Pranit is my first SightRight coach for India. And I believe the last time we were together, Pranit, we were training, accrediting you, but we were also doing some quite interesting things. We were eating king tikka prawns at Akbar's.
I remember, of course, yes.
And I believe you, if people can see this, I believe you were doing handstands in front of the crucible.
Yeah, it was the headstand, Steve. I'm learning how to do the handstand now.
The headstand, yes, the famous headstand. So, how are you, Pranit?
I'm good, Steve. How are you?
Yeah, this lockdown is driving everybody crazy, I think, but stay home, be safe is the word. So that's
Absolutely.
what we do. What about in Chennai? What's going on there?
Well, cases are quite, not only Chennai, but throughout India, cases have gone up to about 30,000.
Wow.
But the death rate is 1,000 right now, and hopefully it's all under control, and we can, maybe we can see we can maybe settle down and.
So is it a full lockdown there then?
It's it's a complete lockdown. So it's about till May 3rd, and maybe the extension goes on till June.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
So all your family and friends, they're all safe?
Family, friends, all of them are safe. I've been talking to them throughout the day. I've been watching some movies. My mom and my grandmom have been pampering me, making some good food.
Have you seen? Right, did you see this morning? We have a World Championship virtual semi-final with a SightRight battle between Mark Williams and David Gilbert. Have you seen that?
I did see the post. Yes.
Yeah, well done, Betfred.
It's amazing, isn't it?
So I'm gonna have a finalist in this year's World Championship, albeit a virtual finalist. So,
I know.
Pretty good. Anyway,
hopefully SightRight wins the title.
Yeah, be good, wouldn't it? Our third world champion, a virtual one. Anyway, talk to me about since we've accredited you, lots has happened for you in terms of SightRight coaching in India. Tell us a bit about what's going on.
Well, I remember the time that I came to Sheffield, and the first session you had with me, the first day of my coaching experience. That day, in the evening, I still remember I made 2 back-to-back centuries, and I sent you a message. I sent you a message, and that was like the key for me, to a door which was locked, and you had literally opened that door for me, and that day I understood that this is the right way to go about sighting and alignment, and of course it adds on to a lot of elements in the game. Then I came back to India and I started my coaching with a bang, and as on today, I have more than 100 plus students all across India. I have people coming over from different countries like Abu Dhabi. Thanks to you, Steve, and for introducing me as a coach, for accrediting me, and giving me this opportunity to spread this technique.
You bought into it straight away, didn't you? And especially those 2 centuries for yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I remember the excitement that night.
And then I came back to India, and I've never played a national tournament pretty well. There was something stopping me. I used to lose out in 32 or 64, and the first 6-red national. It wasn't national. It was a national invitation championship, and the first tournament which I played as soon as I came back from the UK was the MCC championship, and I reached the semi-finals, and nothing like straight away going into victories and beating established players and getting it's like proper validation.
Yeah. You've always got such a huge smile on your face, and I know you often say you're grateful for what we've done, but I saw huge talent there, not only as a player but also as a desire to coach and help other people. And you've had a huge impact over there now, haven't you?
I have had a lovely impact, and I've been coaching at this place called AV Billiard, and they've been very supportive, and it's a lovely place, and now I'm starting to coach in this new place which is just built. It's called Bangalore Snooker Academy, and they have about 13 tables, and it looks good. It looks good. Just after the lockdown, maybe we can start off.
Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? We've got so many people wanting to play the game at the minute, and just waiting for clubs to reopen.
Yes.
But are you keeping in touch with your students during the lockdown, though?
Yeah, there's one lucky student. He's got a table at home, so he puts me online, and we just do sessions every day. And I've been like, he's been knocking some centuries on some routines, and it's really nice to at least he's benefiting out of the rest of the students are all practicing on the dining table, and they like come on calls, and of course, I share them some videos, and it's good. It's good fun though.
Yeah. What would you say so far? You've sent various clips through to me, and you've had I think, some remarkable successes with some of your students. What would you say is one of the best successes you've had though with a student?
I think I would say there are not the best success. I would say maybe is Vidya getting her sighting right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was something which was because I know, like, how much of a difference it made to her, and I could see the smile, and it's like, you make somebody enjoy the game, and it's very personal.
Yeah, it is. It's very personal. Yeah. So what lies ahead? Because you've passed me some pretty exciting information. So you've got the club, and there's some other things happening, aren't there?
Yeah, it's all not out in the open yet, so
Oh,
we're
right.
likely to
I was
come
about
out
to
with the
say
with the
something, so
news
I
soon.
thought, well, I'll ask you. Big things happening in India. Yeah.
Huh?
Big things happening in India for SightRight
Lovely things
Coaching with
coming up.
Pranit.
Lovely things coming up in India for sure.
Yeah.
And there are these bunch of junior students that I have, and all of them are like going to be launched very soon, and you're going to be very, very proud of them, and they're waiting to meet you, and hopefully either we could travel to the UK, or you could come down here, and
I
that'll
have
be
to
like
come there,
absolutely
don't I?
amazing
I have to honour you and come there, don't I?
for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Right. I'm going to ask you a very, very leading question.
Yeah.
Out of our three marquee pros for the network, Stephen Hendry, Mark Williams, and Sean Murphy, who is your favourite and why?
Okay, all three of them are my favorites. If you ask me to,
Ooh.
okay. So you're giving me a choice to pick one. I would say, I've met Stephen Hendry. Like, I just met him recently in China, and that was amazing. So I would
Yeah.
I would obviously pick the King of the Crucible, and that was something which I wanted to ask you. How is it working with the King of the Crucible? And it's really amazing that he's willing to change his technique and work on his game, and in spite of all these achievements, and it was really nice meeting him. So I would pick him number one for technique. I love Sean Murphy's technique, his Q action.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Mark Williams is anyways an all-time great again. So I would
So,
I would say
what is it
all
like
three are
working with
very good.
Stephen Hendry?
Yes.
Is that compared to what it's like working with Ronnie, or just generally? They're two different, hugely competitive sportsmen, and it's amazing. And they each have their own aura. And people often ask me about this in a player, and I think, well, you haven't met Stephen. He's quite a humble guy, isn't he? He's quite
Yeah,
a
yeah, he's very
yeah,
humble. Man.
he's a quiet guy, but once you put that cue in his hand, that's it. All he wants to do is win. But listen, helping him enjoy the game, helping him hit the ball nicely and feel good about the game. That's what we're at the moment. What comes and follows on from there, we'll see. But working with him is an incredible privilege and honour. To have him as part of our network and one of our marquee pros for our network, to be supporting us and endorsing us is an amazing thing. I love the sessions, but that's about all I can tell you at the minute. You know what I'll be working on, and you know the sort of things that
I know,
hopefully
yes.
are coming.
It's
But
very exciting, and I can't wait for SightRight Global Q Sports Network to literally launch properly in India, and for people to benefit out of the online assistance that you have, the online platform that you and Taylor's also been doing a lovely job.
well, you see, we have our Indian representative, don't we, Pranit? So yeah, we're talking about that. Right, don't want to keep you too long on these calls. I'd like to ask you one thing. If you
Yeah.
were going to tell somebody why they should take up and go through SightRight coaching, what would you tell them?
I would say, like, if you have a desire to literally reach your peak potential and understand proper sighting, whereas, most of them, 99% of them are offline. They do not sight correctly. And this method, even the world's best didn't know until a genius like you came in and opened
Well,
their
hold on,
eyes.
hold on, hold on. You're embarrassing me. You're
Yeah, but
embarrassing me. I bow down to
you,
you, okay?
you for sure are no doubt the best coach in the world, and I'm very happy being a part of your international coaching team. And you will see a lot of students and a lot of players coming out of India for sure. Like there are a few in the making right now, and it's gonna be good.
We can't wait, Pranit. We can't wait. Right. I'm going to say a huge thank you. And
Thank
we'll
you
be in touch anyway. We've got things to sort out, haven't we? And thank you so much for giving us your time today. Say hello to everybody, your family.
for
Um,
sure, and say hello to Karen, please.
all right. And you look after yourself. You take care.
You
All
too.
right.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. Thank you.